On the weekend, Liverpool lost 2-1 against Manchester United at Anfield. And David, I don't really know where to begin with this match because obviously Manchester United score after a couple of minutes, but the game itself, I don't know about you, but is the most concerning aspect of that performance that you can't really say that Man United didn't deserve the 3 points, because I know there's been a lot of talk about Liverpool's chances and Liverpool's XG, but when you throw on five attackers at the end of the game, you're naturally going to create chances. But I don't think you can say that Liverpool necessarily deserved anything from that.
No, I maybe wouldn't go as far as to say Manchester United deserved to win, because I'll be honest, I didn't think they were particularly great either, really. I think they had a very, very simple tactical plan, which is, and I don't think you're allowed to say this because it kind of sounds like sour grapes, but, just compact at the back, or trying to be compact at the back, and just kind of going long balls into the channel. And the problem is for Liverpool is that it's too easy to come up with a very simple plan that works against them, and that did. United's plan was to get in that gap on the kind of between Liverpool's left back and centre half, and try and hit that with quick balls in behind, and it did just kind of work, and we saw it work in the very first action of the game pretty much, which ends in a goal. And obviously from there, Liverpool have got a mountain to climb. And so I didn't think, I thought United's plan, I suppose you can say that they deserve to win on the basis that their plan did work, and Liverpool's, whatever their plan was at the start of the game, certainly, or the first sort of hour or so, absolutely didn't, because they weren't able to consistently create chances themselves and prevent United from getting at least promising moments. So thought Liverpool were very, very poor for large parts of the game. And as you say, I mean, the reason kind of you come away not feeling like, oh, well, Liverpool have just had one of those days where the ball's not gone in or whatever, which it was partially the case, and you hit the post 3 times and you have over 2.5 expected goals, then you're unlucky to just score the one goal. There's no doubt about that. But it didn't feel like any of the chances came from kind of dominance and penning Manchester United in. It was just kind of, as you say, that late flurry, really, where they throw in a load of attackers and hope for an individual moment of quality. And they had a few of those and led to big chances. But didn't kind of end in he didn't feel it was part of a kind of a big plan that was coming off for Liverpool, and there was no real coherence in the performance. And so I think you could say not necessarily maybe United deserved to win, but maybe Liverpool didn't deserve to win. And if you put yourself in a situation where you don't deserve to win and you turn a game into a bit of a flip of the coin and you need a bit of good fortune on your side, then you've probably not played very well. And that was my overall feeling after the match, is that Liverpool could easily have won that game on the balance of chances, but I didn't feel like they were absolutely robbed, because it wasn't a good performance at all.
Yeah, the fortune earlier in the season when Liverpool weren't necessarily playing well, but they did turn those draws into wins, that luck seems to have run out towards in this part of the season. But in terms of individual performances, do you think that it's really worrying that Virgil van Dijk, I think he's been one of Liverpool's maybe 2 or 3 good performers this season, but against Manchester United, I know they played a false 9. I know they played a lot of midfield. They didn't play Sesko, but do you think it's really concerning that even he struggled, and maybe now even he's showing signs of he's struggling to cope in this team?
To be honest, I'm not too worried about Virgil van Dijk on an individual basis, because I don't think there's anything there that makes me think, oh, there's decline or whatever. I just think, like everyone, he's suffering from systemic issues. The things not being right in front of him, Liverpool being too easy to get at. I don't think it's kind of, it's no coincidence that Van Dijk's looked a little bit off in this game and some of the games. And well, maybe just this game, really. I don't think Van Dijk's really been struggling this season, but Konaté's also looked poor. Both fullbacks seem to be struggling. And I think it also, it's all systemic issues. I think nobody looks comfortable in build-up because they don't have the options. They don't know where they're going to put the ball. And you've got fullbacks who are touching too much of it in their own half, and they're not comfortable doing that. And then defensively, kind of that rotation in midfield, have they quite got that right when the understandings aren't there already? And McAllister's miles off form, isn't he? And you've got problems like that. So and a lot of chopping and changing within the team as well. So I'm not too worried about individuals just yet. I think it is all kind of a lack of understanding. I think that turnover is a big part of it. I think it's going to get time. It's going to take time to get that right. But of course, Liverpool don't have a lot of time. If you want to win the biggest honours this season, or at least compete for them, you need to start picking up results. And they did that in the first part of the season, and that was encouraging. But it seems like a lot of the kind of positives we were seeing are giving way to negatives. And you know, when you kind of on the knife edge like Liverpool were at the start, it's impossible to make the call of which way it's going to go. And it's gone the bad way, unfortunately for them. And they need to sort that out quickly, because, you know, that gap can get too big very, very quickly. And all of a sudden you're not in contention for the Champions League. You're not in contention for the Premier League. And you kind of just, well, the rest of the season is getting top four. We're not anywhere near that situation yet, but it can arise very, very quickly. So they need to sort these problems out as soon as they can.